Hey guys, Joe here with ECRM at our vitamin, weight management, and sports nutrition session in Orlando. And I'm with Razi from 113 Industries. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome, Joe. Thank you.
So Razi's going to be speaking later on today about the impact of artificial intelligence on our ability to listen to what the consumer's saying out there in the digital landscape. And it's perfect timing for it because yesterday when the Sasha Group spoke, they were talking about the importance of listening to the consumer.
Exactly.
So can you tell us a little bit about 113 Industries and what you do, and then we'll get into more of the nuts and bolts of how this works for retailers and suppliers.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you, Joe, for this opportunity. I'm glad to be here today. Basically, 113 Industries is a research organization, consumer research and a consulting organization, and we use artificial intelligence as a platform to understand consumer behavior. And we've been doing it since 2013 now. We've got almost 40 of the Fortune 500s as customers. And we have done 300 projects up to now.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting experience for us to use AI to understand consumer behavior.
Great. So just to clarify for the audience, you're a consumer intelligence company, and the AI is just what drives it.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
AI is the tool that we use. And here's how it began, because we both, myself and my partner, we teach once in a while at Carnegie Mellon University.
Okay.
And over there we came across a very interesting case study. And the case study was mostly related to why do 92% of the time products fail in consumer packaged good companies?
Yes.
92% of the time. And when we started studying that, we found that the source of the insight began in a methodology called the focus group. And focus groups are Mad Men era days.
Yes, they've been doing those for a long time, yeah.
Yeah, they're great. They're great to understand if you're looking for an A or B solutions, but they're not necessarily great when it comes to understanding behaviors, trends.
Yeah. Okay.
Because people won't say in a focus group, they don't work out.
Yeah.
They'll say, of course I work out.
Oh yeah, they're going to edit their answers.
Exactly. So what we use is AI to capture and acquire conversations that are happening socially among consumers related to any category.
Okay.
And it could be from protein intake to using banks, for example. And what we find is that when consumers talk to each other, that's when they share their true insights, their problems, their behaviors, their issues. And that's what AI helps us identify and understand.
Okay. Great. So now, as we, since this is the vitamin and supplement sports nutrition category, what are they saying in there?
Well, this has been a very interesting category for us. We've been studying it since 2015, and we've done several projects in this category, and we've seen the evolution from 2015 to 2017, where in 2015 it was all about solving a problem.
Okay.
I have a problem, I'll take a vitamin and solve it, but I was never committed to it. I'd never made it into a habit, into a ritual.
So it was more reactive.
It was more reactive.
Okay,
I'm feeling weak, I might as well take a vitamin.
Okay.
Then it grew to personal health, basically, trying to maintain a good health aspect by 2017. But by 2019, we started to see a different trend. A trend where we, at least for now, are calling it well-being chasers. Okay, where they are all about trying to make sure that every aspect of their body, whether it be eyes, whether it be their hair, nails, skin, anything related to the way they are, their well-being, is associated with taking supplements and vitamins. So that is a transition from 2015, where I'm using vitamins to solve a problem, to 2019, where we're seeing something like they're using it to make sure they maintain a better healthy lifestyle.
So it's more about wellness and longevity and they're preventative.
Exactly.
Okay.
So here's another thing that we saw. Now, very recently, we have seen a shift. And that shift has become very powerful because there's also tension in this category. The tension in this category is related to what do I take? When do I take it?
Okay.
Why do I take it?
Yeah.
And what would it do for me?
Okay.
Efficacy.
Yeah.
Okay. Will it really work? Okay. So those are the tensions. So people ask authority figures like doctors, or they'll ask their friends, family, cousins, sisters, brothers, asking them, what do I do? But more importantly, there's a new genre of supplement and vitamins that are taking control of this category. And that is customized vitamins and supplements for your genetic being, based upon your requirements.
Yep.
That, by the way, in the last 2 years, there were 12 million conversations on vitamins and supplements. Of those 12 million, 30,000 were related to customized vitamins and supplements.
It's interesting you mentioned that, because there's, you have like 23andMe and companies like that where, at first they would do it to find out their genetic makeup as far as country of origin, but now you can find out what your deficiencies you may be subject to based on your genetics, and same way some people do blood work to find out, and they're doing that as well.
They're doing that as well, and that's becoming a major trend, in our opinion, that is going to come into this category. And from a retail perspective, we're seeing a very interesting behavior also. We're also looking at, we call them the big food or the mass food, okay? Getting into the category from a perspective of confectionaries. They're getting into it from a perspective of, making sure that the confectionaries have vitamins in them, they have supplements in them, they're dark chocolate, those kinds of elements are happening. Beverages are coming in with probiotics, basically.
Functional. It's getting into every category, even liquor. You have organic wines, and I always, I get a kick out of when I see, healthy indulgent stuff, like gummy bears that are organic, or with gluten-free, so yeah, you are seeing that a lot.
So we're seeing this, and that's what we do. We study these very large volumes of millions of consumer conversations to understand specifically what their behaviors of adoption are and rejection are. In a category.
Right. All right. So great. So that's really good information for the buyers and the sellers. And how do they get? How would they go about getting this information? Whether it's from you guys, or I don't know if there's other companies, but just in general, how would they work with a company like yours to kind of figure out what information, what conversations to listen to, and how to get the value out of it?
Well, it starts with, Joe, their goal. Usually their goals are, I can really count them on fingers. There are 4 or 5 major goals. First goal is innovation. What's my innovation pipeline look like? Can I innovate a product that would be very, very successful? And they don't want to innovate products that won't sell. Okay, so usually companies come to us to develop their innovation pipeline, number one. Second thing, they come to us from a perspective of mergers and acquisition. They'll say, all right, I'm going to buy company A versus company B. Which company do I buy and why? Which consumer is interacting, connecting well with my with our consumers? Third is quality. Like, what does quality mean in the mind of the consumers? So we've seen that these are the 2-3 areas where, and more importantly, what sales channel do I use to promote my product? Like, do I go clubs? Do I go e-commerce? Do I go, general stores or healthy stores? Where do I put my product, and how do I promote my product? So those are the reasons why most companies come to us.
Great, and they can slice and dice it basically any way they need to.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna get into the technology part behind artificial intelligence in part 2 of this. And that's a good segue from here is slicing and dicing it, finding out the capabilities and how you can slice and dice it. That's where the technology comes in.
Absolutely.
Great. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to your presentation, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.